Hello and welcome to Feel Good Friday, your weekly dose of positivity right here on our Facebook and YouTube channels. It has been 2 weeks since I last talked to you. You may see a change of scenery. This is the inside of the Forever Ready offices. I have been back here for the week. So far, so good. The team will be slowly coming back. Before long, we may have to be back into working from home. We're doing sort of a hybrid right now. But this is the new scene. This is the new setup. It's a makeshift setup. We hadn't been here in so long, I had to clean off some cobwebs. How's everybody doing? I hope you had a great 4th of July weekend. I hope you've been safe and that you've been taking care of yourself and your families and your loved ones. Obviously, the COVID-19 pandemic is not over. We are still very much in the thick of it, and we are taking precautions here at Forever Ready. This week, I have some really cool things to share with you. The first is a success story about a nonprofit we worked with out of Chicago. The Center for Enriched Living usually has, when we're not in the middle of a pandemic, a really successful fundraiser called Chef's Night. About 700 people attend. There are chefs from all over the city of Chicago. You get to taste food, taste food, eat food, drink cocktails. It's really a fun event. They raise about $500,000 every year. And this year, when everything was shut down, it was pretty clear that that wasn't going to happen. And so they decided to shift gears and put on a virtual event. And that's where we came in. Through collaboration with their team, which was awesome to work with, we were able to help them host and produce their first ever virtual Chef's Night. It included a live host, an interview with the CEO of the organization, and a live demo from a chef, along with several stories and videos submitted by folks who've been working from home, supporting from home, doing a lot to continue to make sure that the center can still offer their programming. Incredible, incredible moment. $64,000 were raised in 1 hour. It was awesome. It was so awesome. I wish we could show you and take you back. In fact, I'll put a link below after this live stream. But one of the coolest parts about that is that we got to go in and tell the story of Rachel, who is someone who goes to the center often and receives all kinds of help from the center, has a lot of camaraderie, gets to talk with her friends, all kinds of things. And when the doors closed, she was at home and feeling so isolated. And so this is the story of Rachel and how the Center for Enriched Living pivoted what they do into an online format, and how that still offered she and her family some comfort in a time when we all felt so helpless. Take a look.
I think every parent wants to see their children happy and settled, but when you are a parent of a child with special needs, that responsibility never ends.
Hi, my name is Rachel Bernstein. I go to Center for Enriched Living.
Rachel was born with spina bifida, which means she has physical disabilities. Also, because of meningitis as a newborn and about 10 brain surgeries, she does have some cognitive delays. Rachel would move into the center if she had her way. She goes Monday through Friday, and she does educational classes like sign language and Spanish. And they go out into the community, they go to museums, and they go shopping, and they go out to lunch. It's wonderful. When the pandemic hit and we saw everything shut down, schools and offices, and of course the center, the realization of how long is this going to be? Is it going to be there when this is all over?
I miss going to the building and being with my friends.
When she is not stimulated and when she does not socialize, that sparkle and that light in her fades. And, it's heartbreaking as a parent to see that, to see that isolation. So all these families who have been isolated all these months, this is what families of loved ones with special needs always face. Thank goodness, and really not surprisingly, the people at the center stepped up and they developed this programming.
Oh, what is it?
And then the second week they said, okay, we've got some Zoom classes and we're gonna see you. And by the third week, it was a full day of classes, so that she starts at 10 in the morning and at 5 o'clock she's doing happy hour.
Hercules dropped
integrate his 8-foot body into the lion skin. I look forward to my Zoom sessions, and it's cool.
Finally, Hercules bested the monster.
It's been a lifeline. Your support is making a difference in so many lives, and not just the lives of the members, but the lives of the families, because it does give us that peace of mind to know that our children can go to a program where the staff is loving and caring and devoted and creative.
I love the Center for Enriched Living. I think it's amazing.
Wow, what an incredible story, right? And how cool to see how everyone banded together to continue to offer the services the Center for Enriched Living offers to all of its clients and families. And it was just really neat to hear how that continued. And the line that really struck me in that piece is when her mother said, "This is how so many of us families feel all the time." So how you're feeling now in the peak of the pandemic is often how we feel, isolated all the time. That really struck me and really drove home for me the importance of the work that they're doing at the Center for Enriched Living. We had a blast. It was so fun. The food was so good. We got to taste some of the demo after the chef put it together for us. It was wonderful. So if you are a nonprofit and you're sitting there right now going, oh my gosh, how are we going to do our event? Should we still do it in person? Probably not, because I don't know necessarily what things are going to look like. How do we make it virtual? Well, I can tell you that we had so much fun working on this virtual event. We're happy to talk with anybody about how they might be able to do something similar. And thank you to the folks at the Center for Enriched Living. We really enjoyed not only learning about the important work that you do, but getting to really be a part of history for you. That was probably one of the most fulfilling parts for us. And hey, they raised $64,000 and counting. That's incredible. And it helped bridge the gap in the current times that we're in. So I know a lot of nonprofits are facing similar things. So thank you to all the folks there who helped make that possible. We really enjoyed it. And speaking of nonprofits who need help, that's sort of the theme of Feel Good Friday today. If you know anything about nonprofits, they're doing all kinds of work on the ground, and their work does not stop. In fact, it very much has to continue during this pandemic, and they just have to do it different ways. But one organization that hasn't changed much, except maybe wearing face masks, is LifeLine to Success. Now, they're not new on this channel. If you've been following us for a while, you know that their piece was the piece that won an Emmy earlier this year. And DeAndre Brown, their executive director, has continued to fight and work hard and continue to offer jobs to the folks in his program. So they're considered essential workers, and they've been working the whole time. And when this started, it was still winter. Now it's almost 100 degrees outside here in Memphis. It's hot and humid across the Midwest, and their work continues. And DeAndre, a few weeks ago, posted on Facebook saying that 2 of their lawnmowers have really just been used to the point of beyond repair. So they're currently fundraising to make to buy 2 new lawnmowers, you know, the kind that you sit in, because I went and shot this piece with them last Friday, and wow, do they have a task. They are taking care of blighted properties and taking down grass that's sometimes as high as me, and I don't know, 5-something. So they're doing a lot to clean up properties, and man, their equipment is taking a beating. So take a look at this story. And if you're willing to help, I'll post a link in the comments as well.
We hadn't had a day off. We're considered essential workers because even though COVID is here, the grass keeps growing. And we want our neighborhoods to look clean and have a safe place for our children to play. We are in South Memphis. Part of our contract work through the city of Memphis is to maintain right-of-ways and blighted properties. So we're out here today trying to make South Memphis look better. Earlier in the year, we had our trucks vandalized, had to spend thousands of dollars to get our vehicles back up and running. And then with the COVID happening, the city of Memphis had some budget cuts, and we had some unkept promises from other people. So we've been in a situation where we're several $100,000 behind, but we've been blessed to get some contract labor that can hopefully offset some of that loss. Our men and women that we serve need opportunities like this to work, to be in the community, to gain value in themselves, and to earn a wage. So without those machines, it makes it very difficult. Heat index is about 105 degrees, but we don't make excuses, we just get the work done.
All right, there you have it. DeAndre loves being out in this heat. It's a little crazy, but aren't we all a little crazy to want to do the good that we do? I know DeAndre is having a particularly rough time right now, just the work that he does and the folks that he works with, and trying to show them what hope looks like and show them that there is a different way to live life. And so shout out to DeAndre and his entire staff who are out doing all their work in the middle of all of this, both the pandemic and the summer heat. And I put a link in the comments while this video, that story was rolling, if you'd like to help DeAndre reach his goal of $20,000. Those tractors, those John Deere mowers will really help make their job more efficient and make them be able to go out and do more work. I want to end today with one final thing. The numbers, the COVID numbers across the Mid-South are certainly going up. Nothing has changed as far as how we're doing things here at Forever Ready. We're still socially distancing. We're being careful when we're on shoots. And I just want to encourage everybody to mask up. So I'm going to awkwardly put this on in the middle of this live stream. And now my voice has changed. My glasses aren't fogged up yet. It's really not that hard to wear a mask. And I hope that everyone watching reminds and remembers that this is one way that we can show we care about other people. It takes one simple thing. Cover your face, protect yourself, protect those around you, and maybe we can all continue to work to re-flatten the curve, as we say here. No matter where you are in the country, this is one key to show that you are selfless and want to help others. There are plenty of other ways to do so. And because there's no one else in here besides my husband, I'm taking that off. Be sure to wear your mask. Take a picture, take a selfie, send it our way. We'd love to know. Hope this week you have a great weekend and you stay safe. And if you have any other positive stories you'd like us to share, we're going to continue to do this. You know, this all started when we were locked inside of our house during the middle of a safer at home order. And we decided to keep doing it because positive stories need to be spread in this time. So continue to do that. That is one thing that is good and contagious. Can't say that about the virus itself. Hope you have a great weekend. Thanks again for tuning in to this week's Feel Good Friday. We'll see you next week right here live on the Forever Ready Facebook and YouTube channels.